Yo, you tuning in to the Notion Podcast. This your boy Dizzy D Spill here with my co-host in the building.
Jelani Evans.
Yeah, what you gonna say now?
I mean, shit, man.
Anyways, we're gonna get into it. Hip-hop news, man. For y'all that don't know or y'all that need to catch up, 50 Cent decides to throw a microphone. I think it was like his third or fourth mic during a sound issue during his set on his last lap tour.
Final lap
tour in LA, and ends up injuring a lady. It was unintentional. Allegedly, she was not in the proper zone.
My nigga, unintentional.
Well, all right,
unintentional.
So look, what happened was final lap tour, right? He was performing. He was having technical difficulties with the mic, right? He said they handed him several different mics that was not working.
Mm-hmm.
So out of frustration, he threw the mic at his crew in the production area.
Okay.
Oh.
So he was trying to hit
over
somebody
there,
else in the head.
And so he wasn't trying to necessarily hit anybody in the head at all. He was throwing it out of frustration at the production crew, because you would think that they would have these type of things taken care of beforehand, or at least be able to rectify the issue in a timely fashion, right? And apparently, I guess it was like the host or whatever was in the area that she shouldn't have been in, I guess you could say. And so she got hit in the forehead and suffered a laceration to the forehead and had to go to the hospital and whatnot.
My nigga. Fuck all that. That nigga threw that motherfucker. Did you see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what. He threw that motherfucker like he was trying to hurt somebody, my nigga.
He probably was trying to hit somebody in the production crew. Like, I mean,
yeah, that's what
I doubt she was the target, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I don't think she was the target. And it's like, you know,
that nigga better get that pocketbook ready.
I think that I don't think she was the target, but I do think that you gotta take some accountability, because regardless of why you're mad about what's going on in production, all I know is, like, let's just say I'm trying to get in entertainment, right? And I'm taking this, what do you call it? Internship. And I'm standing in that area, and I get hit with a mic, and I'm learning on the job with a mentor, and I get hit with a mic because something ain't going right. I'm gonna have a problem
in the forehead, though.
I don't care where I get hit.
I'm gonna have a check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gonna have.
I'm gonna have a problem, and I'm gonna have a check. So yeah, good correction.
Yeah,
but
I
do want to dismiss the narrative that he meant to hit the lady, because that has a tendency to escalate when you hear stories or whatever. There's two things that I do want to. I mean,
I just kind of, nigga, whoever you meant to hit, you hit somebody. Nigga, you tried to hit me then, nigga. That's how I feel.
What I mean,
if you shoot a bullet and it missed whoever you was trying to hit, and you hit me, I'm gonna be like, oh man, that nigga wasn't trying to really hit me.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
A bullet is different than a mic, though. And the thing about it, though, is like, it's if you're trying to hit somebody on your production crew, all right, I'm not gonna say that's cool, but at least
saying all right.
But at least you're trying to. It's somebody that works for you, right? It's somebody that fumbled. That's somebody that dropped the ball, wasn't doing what they're supposed to do. So if you're throwing it at the production crew to show a sign of frustration, it's to your employees, right? Not saying that is the right thing to do.
We just
but
keep trying to go past that part.
As opposed to hitting somebody who doesn't work for you versus somebody who does work for you, right?
Well, the account, like I said,
you're wrong both ways.
The accountability.
He already know he can't throw like that. So that's my thing. You know, last time you was on the baseball field, we knew what you couldn't throw.
I do remember that meme.
You know what I'm
where it
saying?
says all the people that chose dope dealing over sports, and nobody threw across the plate.
Nigga didn't ask, could I get closer or nothing? He was just, I'm gonna just throw it from Randy Johnson's range. Thing is crazy.
Yeah, but it seems like that's a thing as far as in a lot of these live performances. Because
the mic throwing?
Well, no, not the mic throwing, but there being technical difficulties. Lil Wayne ran into the same issue too. He was opening for Beyonce, and it was in LA, and he was having his issue was mic latency.
It was delayed.
Yeah,
his mic was delayed.
Yeah,
he had a, you know what I'm saying, the thing about it though, his energy was totally different. He's like, hold on, wait, y'all gotta delay it. I gotta work with the delay. All right, and he attempted to operate with the delay, and he seemed to have a certain level of patience and was lighthearted about the situation. He didn't seem to get frustrated or throw any mics or, you know what I'm saying, give an attitude or anything of that nature. On the same breath, it's also kind of different. It's like, all right, there's a delay in the mic, I'm gonna work with it, versus like, hey, oh, that mic's not working, here, try this mic. Oh, that mic's not working, then try this mic. Oh, wait, try this mic. It's like, bro, how many mics y'all got to even have to have me in a position to have to try this mic, that mic? Like, after a certain, like, it's like he could have been showing patience, but after the 7th mic,
yeah, but resorting to
the
violence,
7th mic,
that was just like he woke up and chose violence. That, you know,
I don't think he chose it. He was moved to it though.
I think that from what I look at now, I do know that Lil Wayne probably learned his lesson because earlier this year or maybe last year, he had some engineering issues in a performance where he ended up just walking off the stage.
These performers gonna learn their goddamn lesson.
You know what I'm saying? And so
somebody gonna get a fat enough check.
Well, yeah, I mean that happens. I mean people get sued for less, to be real. But I do know that with the way Lil Wayne handled it is the way you should handle it with some decorum. You're an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? And people are paying a lot of money. And I mean, it's the same thing, not to go too far off topic. It's the same thing with the Cardi B situation a while back.
Yeah.
Where somebody threw ice on her. You know what I'm saying?
Look, recently too?
Yeah. Look,
that's what I'm saying. She threw something she threw something at the audience, but what I heard
was a DJ.
What I heard was the clip that I actually seen was she told people to throw water on her. And she was on one side of the stage when she did that. And then when she went over to the other side, somebody hit her with some water and some ice.
My turn.
So they said, yeah, we need you to cool all the way off. And she got mad and she threw something. But here's the thing. She hit the wrong person.
See, that's the thing I'm saying. Your aim ain't that good to precisely hit nobody in a crowd like that. Mm-hmm. So either you going to go up to the person that did it, or you need to relax, because at the end of the day, you just gonna hit somebody else who gonna get mad, sue your ass, and then you out of pocket.
I just don't know what happened in just getting security to get the person out of there. Because in every scenario, even the scenario where you got like with 50, he ended up hitting somebody, you know, who he wasn't intending on hitting, and number two, who wasn't in the who was in the wrong zone. Why? What's up with the organization of what's going on? What's up with your sound engineers? What's up with you making sure spaces are clear? What's up with you making sure that that the equipment is working? And then most importantly, from what I've seen in the past, when people perform and there's a technical difficulty, they get the hell off stage. Yeah. Why are you standing on stage? Mic check, mic check. You don't have to be on stage for that.
Because I think you're getting paid still.
I feel like what you're saying, that there's a certain amount of accountability that should go to the production and the venue, because on the same breath, like, look at the people you named. These ain't like no local artists. You said Wayne opening up at the Renaissance World Tour for Beyonce, and then 50 Cent on his final lap tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are actual celebrities that are known. So for them to have those type of issues, first of all, who's skimping on the money on the production side? Like, who's
going to get the stuff from Guitar Center?
Right. Yeah. Who's getting the faulty wiring? You know what I'm saying? Who's ordering the pieces off of Craigslist? You know what I'm saying?
I was like, that argument sounds crazy.
Obviously not checking their reviews on Amazon.
They did go to the Titanic in a PVC pipe.
Yeah.
So, with PlayStation controllers.
No. It was a GameStop version of the PlayStation.
The crazy part, this nigga got the aftermarket, like he couldn't afford it. Like he was trying to save dollars. Yeah. So it can't happen.
They cut cost, and for expensive as these tours are,
those are billionaires.
Yeah.
Billionaires though.
Yeah. So that's crazy. Yeah, stop skimping, man.
As expensive as people pay for all this stuff, and to have, because I mentioned the malfunction issue with Lil Wayne opening, but Beyonce had an issue too, where she came out and nobody heard her and she gracefully walked back off stage. So this is a pattern of like issues happening. You got to remember, these concerts, just to get in the nosebleeds, are extremely expensive. So it's like, how is this happening?
I think, to me, we just getting a lot of information overload, because this has happened. We're dealing with electronics. This shit is gonna happen. They doing these tours. They're not showing us every city that they go into is fucking up with that shit. It's like one event and it's not working that day. They're not showing us like the progression of the whole tour and then saying like there's technical difficulties every city and every stop.
I do believe that there could be more issues depending on the venue. You do make a point, because I know for Beyonce's tour, she's doing a lot of stadiums. She's trying to get all her coin, versus doing an arena that's designed and set up to have that kind of situation. You know what I mean? Because I've seen most of the times when I go to when I've went to an arena to see a performance, the sound quality is actually amazing. On top of it going as planned,
the acoustics.
But when you go to a stadium where you have to work around things, you have to create a section. There's people that can miss a step. There's people that can, or maybe sound check went well, and then you looked over something during sound check and it don't go well when you go live. You know what I mean? But either way, there's got to be more decorum.
Yeah.
There's got to be some more professionalism.
Like, we just throwing mics and doing shit that there was no cause for physicality.
Because like, if we went to a show and one of y'all got hit with a mic, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna look out for you, but I'm gonna celebrate because I know we getting paid.
Yeah, that look like a nice check. She got the little Uzi. She got the little Uzi thing going on. Like he smacked her in her shit right here. Yeah, like in her pineal gland. Like that was even crazier. Like how you hit the black woman in her pineal gland.
Man, they gotta do a better job protecting black women, man. They gotta do a better job, man.
Nah, she finna get a nice check, bro.
No, I think overall, I think he's gonna be more apologetic about it, and I think he's gonna take care of her. I do. I don't see any way around that.
It better be nice, because we're gonna go to court.
He might not have to. He might, you know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
I don't see that. I don't see it happening, because I don't see him making. I know he's a villain in hip hop, but in business, I don't see him operating like I'm gonna try to move around.
I mean, she filed a report and everything. They're saying he's a suspect in a criminal felony battery. So I mean, if she drops the charges and they can come,
that's what I mean. He's gonna. Then, the team is gonna reach out and be like, "Listen,
how much you think she need?
How much, whatever she want to ask for that makes sense."
I know, but what's a good
number? A good one.
Let's see: public embarrassment, medical, a little bit of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
how much that cost?
And then I got to pay my attorney too.
How much trauma costs?
I got to pay my attorney too.
Yeah, I'm just.
I need like at least $800,000 minimum.
That's a nice flesh wound she got.
$800,000 minimum. We don't know how it's gonna heal. Yeah. I need about $800,000 minimum.
That's the other part she can say, is that it's right here, and that type, depending on how it needs to be.
You know how strict California is, right? Like, they're about that court drama. I learned I was taking a CPR class once, and I learned that here in California, and this is kind of off topic, but it just shows you how strict we are. If a toddler were to get attacked by a dog, right, and they get like scratches all over their face, whatever the case is, however they were attacked, and then the family sues, that toddler can grow up to 18 and sue that person again. Mm-hmm. Here in California.
And what's the logic behind that?
Because they have to. They are not able.
Because they didn't represent themselves.
Yeah, they didn't represent themselves when they were kids. So now it's like, look, look how I look. Yes. I look crazy. I've been getting made fun of my whole life. Mm-hmm. You know,
the family is suing you because you injured their child. The child now can sue you because they can speak.
Yeah, they can speak. They can speak for themselves now. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like you really do gotta be careful how you maneuver out here. When a lot of times people come out here, they do whatever they do. You know, it's like it's a little bit different. So you might want to check in.
That's
for real. The Earn Your Leisure podcast. I don't know how much you guys tune into them, but I've tuned into them for a couple years. I remember when they only had like a couple 100,000 followers, and now they've blown up. They've interviewed huge guests. They've made a lot of money. They have courses. Mm-hmm. They started out regular people. You know, one was a teacher, one was getting into trying to get into finance, and they've grown. Mm-hmm. they decided to hold an Invest Fest.
Yeah.
And they usually do well as far as numbers and stuff like that, but there was some complaints about this Invest Fest. They had some big names that were confusing to me for an investment.
What, Steve Harvey?
Yeah, Steve Harvey, Diddy, who was 3 hours late. The ticket prices is what threw me off too.
All right, so let's start from each point. You said the guest speakers.
Yeah, so the guest speakers, Steve Harvey,
Diddy, it was somebody else too.
Diddy. I think I seen Ja Rule performing.
Nah. So the Earn Your Leisure Invest Fest, right? It was.
We don't want to talk about
weekend.
Ja Rule being that investment.
It was over the weekend, right? August 25th to August 27th.
Right.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Let me see your notes, man.
Nah, mind your business. You should have took notes.
Nah.
So,
I did my research.
okay, then go ahead.
No, I'm gonna wait for you.
I was done. I was just saying when it happened.
No, I did my
August 25th
research.
through the 27th.
You
It
did
was
the
crazy.
homework and took the notes. Go ahead, man. Tell the class.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Thought y'all was ready. I thought, you did your research. Let's start with the tickets, though. $300 for general admission.
Where are we sitting?
In the nosebleeds, I promise you. $300.
Did they even have an upper area to be nosebleeds?
All right, what's the venue?
I don't know. It was, you had to buy a ticket to get the address.
So you have to
Hey, what's
invest.
that?
You have to invest. To
What's
get to
the what's that app? Is the Evite app?
Eventbrite?
Yeah,
Was it on there?
I don't know, but that's what it sounded like because that's one thing I did not hear with all of the research is where the event was actually at.
So
You gotta
what's
invest
crazy
in
to
that.
me is that the next tier up, it went from $300 to $1,800.
Yeah, that was a jump
Like that's a $1,500 jump, bro.
for the VIP.
Friday night VIP.
So there was no range on the tickets.
Friday night.
Nah, it's just
Friday
everybody
night.
gets
Friday
$300.
night VIP, right? And that includes a music performance, fireside chats,
I'd be
open bar, food, and special merch.
special merch.
Yeah.
All right.
And plus VIP seating for the main stage on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
No. There wasn't a lot of specifics when you go through the tiers. The next tier up was 5 bands. 5,000.
I want to talk about that 5 bands. Why we charge 5 bands
Y'all
for certain
moving
stuff?
too fast.
And then we gotta get it all out. We gotta get it all out first.
All right.
With 5,000, you get all the above from the 15,000, right? Plus you get front row seating, center stage, Saturday and Sunday, right? The VIP Platinum Skybox access with food and bev included. Autographed memorabilia. They didn't say from who. And then you get meet and greet with Earn Your Leisure.
Oh, okay. At least you get me. Hey, concerts you don't get meet and greet.
Yeah,
You
you
get
do.
to greet these niggas.
Yeah, man.
So and wait, there's still another tier.
Right.
So from the 5,000, we jump up. Was that 8,000 to 13? It's 13,000. That last tier. That last tier is 13,000, right? And we get all of the above that I mentioned from the 5,000 to 15.
Right.
T-shirt.
And you get lifetime VIP access, which wasn't disclosed. I don't really know.
I want to know how that worked, but yeah, go
And
ahead.
then of course VIP seating for main stage Saturday and Sunday, which if I'm not mistaken, you get with the 1,500. But hey,
Right.
that's how they broke it down. That's how they. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm not gonna front. Why would I want to meet Earn Your Leisure? Are we gonna have a sit down and a conversation
That's what
about
I
some
said, you get
things,
to greet
or do I
these
just get like to shake their hands and get a
what
picture?
I'm saying. What's
Because
up, pimpin'?
they're not celebrities, right?
They are.
Yeah.
They're celebrities.
No, I mean, yeah, like they're not. I'm agreeing with you. Like, yeah, they're not.
I don't believe them to be celebrities. They
Well,
run a
the
podcast
way in which they're
and
now kind of being present, like
how they're operating. That's how they see themselves.
I'm gonna be.
All right, so wait, hold on. We didn't do our research. Did you write down in your notes the definition of celebrity?
Nah, I shouldn't have to.
We got to do the research.
Then pull up the definition.
I'm not pulling up the definition of a celebrity because a celebrity, in my opinion, is somebody that's in some form of entertainment that is recognizable by the masses.
By the masses.
Also, entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. I wouldn't. Okay, for
Someone else
example,
would be famous.
a
they're
celebrity.
famous.
Celebrity.
They're famous.
Yeah, they're celebrity, but they're in a form of. I would classify a celebrity as somebody that's in entertainment. There's people that are popular. There's people that are known, Because there's people that are popular and known that are not entertainers. Right? Yeah. Bernie Sanders is not an entertainer, and he's popular.
He's famous.
He's famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some notoriety there.
Okay. I know Bernie Sanders better than I know Earn Your Leisure. I don't know none of their names. I don't know none of their names.
I've known of them.
I know where they exist.
Yeah. For the few years that I've known about them is because they were somehow connected to the Joe Budden podcast. So I'm a frequent listener. So he's constantly talking.
Yeah, he's talked to them on that platform. So that's where I've learned about them because a friend of mine that I talk about investing with was like, "Hey, you should check these brothers out." And for the most part, when I do watch their episodes, I kind of cherry pick what I want to watch, and I do get some information that I like.
Well, that's how you have to go about it. And we're not saying that what they do isn't beneficial and you can't learn anything from it.
Yeah. We're definitely not saying that.
We're definitely just kind of focusing in on this whole.
No, we finna cook this Invest Fest. That's what we finna do. No, this ain't a personal issue,
right,
but we cook it. We finna cook this Invest Fest. We'll talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so for starters, they are straight high as a kite when it comes to the prices.
Yeah,
all right,
retarded.
And then when we go to the meet and greet,
no, you just skipped the prices, man. You gotta
say what you feel.
I'm just asking.
I'm not stopping you.
It's $300 for the general admission.
Yeah.
Okay. So where everybody's just everybody just sitting in the same like.
Yeah.
So
general admission means good luck.
All right, so get there when you can.
Get there when you can, and hopefully there's seats available.
All right, and then 1,800 was the next tier.
Yeah,
that's VIP.
Yeah, I never, for the record, I never trust and believe in VIP. With anything that I pay. I don't care if the price is $40 or $4,000. I don't trust VIP just from personal experiences from 18 to 30.
I did that shit at Soul Bloom last year.
And
how did it go?
How did it go? Exactly.
I won't do it again.
Yeah.
You got a swag bag.
Honestly, the access was the best part about it, but other than that, I won't do it again.
Yeah,
put them at the front of the line.
It's highway robbery. It's highway robbery. So for you guys that are listening, when you guys pay VIP, for you guys that's paid VIP, for you concert goers, you guys going to Renaissance and all that stuff, let me know how much you felt like VIP when you left.
That was the first time I ever did it.
Yeah, I've done VIP twice. One time I paid, somebody paid for me, and either way, the money was wasted.
I never do VIP. But because it feels like a scam when you look at what's included in VIP.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing is really worth the cost of what it is that you're paying.
Yeah.
Like say you go to a club and you spend like, $250 for VIP plus a bottle of whoopty whoop whoop. There's not a bottle that y'all serving that's worth $200.
Exactly.
Niggas will go straight to Costco's,
right,
and get about 15.
I go to Total Wine,
right?
A
shorter trip,
better numbers.
You gotta check you gotta compare the prices though. Sometimes on certain weekends,
better numbers.
It'll be better to go.
I'm still doing better numbers.
Yeah, you're doing better numbers regardless.
Then that $250, $300 they telling you to get into the club. And
I've never bought a booth. I've never bought a table at any event.
VIP for you and 6 people, me and 6 people, bro. I got 3 friends.
Hey, your man. You remember we did VIP one time for your man's birthday.
We did VIP. You know what? We actually did VIP for my birthday. It was for my birthday too, for my 30th. Remember that? I ain't
gonna say who, but you know what your.
Oh yeah. I remember.
We in this is my first time at VIP, so they like, oh, you get the bottle, we all pitch in, and the nigga came around and they poured everybody a little drink. So I'm sip my drink. I go to get some more, and
That's
it's like
it. That's it. One
you know how you drink shit too fast and you be like, oh damn, let me go get some more. And you like,
no sir.
Nah, that's it.
The bar's over there.
Yeah, nigga.
Hope you brought your wallet. Bring your wallet to VIP.
They got hella juice. You want some juice?
Hey, there's always hella juice left.
You see when a nigga
there's always hella juice left.
Pineapple. What you need? You get all the juice.
You are getting juice on the rocks after that.
God.
Yeah,
that's really why they be fighting in the club, because they ain't get their money's worth.
Nah, that's
really be.
So the prices,
$100 bottle of juice you sipping right there.
Yeah, that's it.
So the prices, all right, we can all agree the prices
are retarded,
out of pocket.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Okay. And the thing about it is like,
how you doing this in a recession?
How you go from 300 to 18?
That's a jump.
And then from 18 to 5.
That's a jump.
Like,
ain't no
Like when you say autograph memorabilia, I better get an autograph for everybody that's there.
Nah, y'all niggas Harvey, Ja Rule,
P Diddy, everybody needs to give me.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like they were paying for.
And give me that.
They were paying for the Steve Harvey.
Y'all invested in the event.
Yeah, that's who y'all was paying for.
You don't know what's crazy though? So
in the festivities,
there were a lot of investors who said they felt like that was the worst investment they've made.
Yeah.
Going to InvestFest.
Yeah.
It wasn't an investment. Like this whole thing, they say there's going to be all type of stuff. As soon as they start talking about parties or concerts and things of that nature, you should already know.
So tell me, what was the makeup of the event? What I saw on the
keywords are fest.
Was it looked like
it wasn't seminar.
Yeah.
You know, a hiring fair, when you go to like a hiring fair, there's like hella companies around. That's what it looked like from the little video I saw. So I don't know
the way that the venues were set up with like the food and then like different
the video that we gonna get to eventually.
I couldn't really get too much clarity because of all the money being thrown.
That looked like a hiring fair to me.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a scene and paid in full with the money.
What was going on?
The fest part to me, because you made a good point. Anything with fest in it, it's meant for entertainment at that point.
It's celebrations.
I think it would have been more of a treat if they never named that Steve Harvey and Diddy were going to be there. And then when they brought them out,
because that's what a lot of people.
Then people would have been like, "Yo, we did this. We got through this. We learned some stuff." Yeah. And Diddy showed up, and Steve Harvey showed up.
That's how they got people to buy tickets because you see. So they're not really paying attention. Yeah. I feel like people who paid to go, they weren't really paying attention because it's like Diddy's gonna be there, Steve Harvey's gonna be there, and then like my instant questions would have been, what are they going to be talking about that's going to be value or beneficial to me to help me gain some type of financial stability or learn how to better invest?
And shit. Don't go read their book. At Barnes & Noble's, like you can go to Barnes & Noble, get one of their books. You could do a lot of other things other than going and watching them.
I don't see what the value of them being there was.
No, you're right. Because for me, right, if I want to go see comedy and let's just say Steve Harvey's hosting it, that would make sense. Diddy throws on concerts, that's going to make sense. But if I want to learn how to make money and invest money, the names are probably going to be, and I say this with air quotes, a little boring for entertainment.
I mean, but
they're going to be people that specialize in that field. And then if you want to throw some entertainment in that, that's fine.
They were selling dreams.
Yeah.
Basically, what they were selling dreams because you watch the podcast, you go to the YouTube channel, you see all these different things where they're giving advice and talking about how to invest in stock market and all the things you be paying attention to, look out for, how to do X, Y, and Z. Right. Like, yo, we're gonna have an invest fest, like invest fest. So invest, that's the beginning, like invest, right? So you think it's gonna be pertaining to a lot of investments, people you can link with, network, ways to up your financial understanding when you're investing, what to look out for, right? Maybe a couple of specified seminars where you have certain names come out and discuss things from, people from Wall Street possibly, or people who are heavy in the stock market or Bitcoin or whatever it may be, that have the portfolio to show that they are valid to be there to give you information and to give you gain, right, on how to invest and how to make moves from a financial standpoint. Instead, they brought out celebrities who are known because of how they have made moves and they've grown from what their talents are. Steve Harvey with the comedy and the talk shows now, and Family Feud, and then we already know P. Diddy with the music and everything. And yeah, they've all made good financial moves, but are these people that you really want to listen to from an investing standpoint? Like, what knowledge do they have? Because at the end of the day, they have teams to help them.
They have teams that take care of that stuff. All they got to do is pay the bill. So yeah,
you say P. Diddy and Steve Harvey, and then you say Ja Rule's performance. He didn't get love in his own city. Absolutely not. When's the last album he dropped? Like, it just none of the lineup made sense.
And I heard a couple people that were supposed to be there didn't show up. That were like that specialized in investing and things of that nature.
Because they probably found out.
But what I was gonna say, and I'll start out for myself. If you're gonna bring entertainers in there, I'm pretty sure there's people that you guys watch or listen to that started out in one lane and then ended up inheriting another skill like investing in finance, right? And so one of the things that I think about is there's two people that come to mind when I think about started out in music and is fully focused on investing. Chameleonaire, Slim Thug. Those are people that have built homes and small communities. I mean, even whether people like them or not, even Lil Boosie started building like small streets and areas and properties for people to live at. Those are people that are actually doing it and done it where it made sense for them to be there and explain who inspired them, how did they do it, what direction they went. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, for you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know people like that, but that would have made more sense to me. And I probably could have still brought out enough people to pay for that stuff. And they would have actually learned something from them because they're actually doing it versus somebody that is making the majority of their money based off what they're doing outside of investing. They're still hosting
say
things.
Some stuff that you've heard them say on a different interview or YouTube channel or like post it, something that they mentioned in the book, talked about in the book. So you basically paid this money to get finesse and listen to people kind of repeat themselves without giving you anything that really add value to what it is you're trying to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, from the sound of it, that's why I'm asking. Like, what I really, well, not obviously we ain't gonna know, but like, what was the makeup of the actual Invest Fest? Because to me, yeah, festival sounds like something that would be like entertaining, but it could also be the type of event. So, are there different like?
It was misleading.
Different events. Are we doing workshops?
Yeah.
Like Jelani was saying. That would be something that I would be willing to participate in if, it seemed fruitful. But
I went to something.
Sounded like they was just doing some have fun.
I went to something last year that was, I wouldn't say it was an Invest Fest, but it was more about getting understanding and help and knowledge for your business last year. There were some things that could have been done better and executed better, and there was also some scenarios that was out of their control, but I learned something. And they had what you said, they had workshops. They tried to throw some people in there, to kind of bring people out, mainly older people. They brought Lenny Williams out there, who I got a chance to meet, and he was cool, whatever. But they did have people that specialized in certain fields. They had some people that are in the industry that, are on the road and tell you how to do things with your music, which gave me some game on what I wanted to do with my catalog. Mm-hmm. But then you had a guy that specialized in business. It was like business, like LLC insurance and licensing and stuff like that. And there were some women in there that had their own businesses that wanted to know the ins and outs. Those are the kind of things I would expect at an Invest Fest. How do you invest? How do you speak the language? How do you know? How do you invest in things that haven't went public yet? Because that's a possibility. You can't do that. That's what most of these celebrities and entertainers do. That they never tell you in their interviews.
Getting on the ground floor before it goes public.
Right. You never hear. I'm gonna just keep it real. You never hear like a Steve Harvey or a Diddy tell you that. You never hear them say, "Yo, I have an investment firm that goes around and invests into businesses that are building capital and everything and building up finances before it goes public on a stock market." But that's what they do. But we have to go dig and read and click on the wrong link 100 times until we find the right information. But that's what the fest is for, so you don't have to skim through all that.
Protocol? Right. How do you become a venture investor? What do you look for? You know what I'm saying? How do you operate? Are there circles you should be? There's a lot of different questions and information you could have asked or been looking for that you would expect at an Invest Fest, and it doesn't sound like it was about any of that.
And you want to know something crazy? Ja Rule is a great person to be there for that, to tell you what not to do when it comes to investing.
Oh.
He could have been like, let me tell you what you shouldn't do. Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that because
he could have been like, look, I mean, let me address the elephant in the room, y'all. but to be real, you don't really. I appreciate that. I feel like a lot of times you don't hear people get on stage and talk about their huge failures, which you can ultimately get a lot of credit for that.
You can learn from that. You can learn a lot from people's failures. That's why you know, like paying attention to a lot of people, because I know you do. I know you do. You get an understanding of things that you shouldn't do and things you should be wary of, and how not to follow in certain individuals' footsteps because of the hiccups, the downfalls, and the failures that they had doing things a certain way. So, I mean, like, if you see somebody who has had a large, you know what I'm saying, amount of money that they invested and it went left, and they tell you what happened and they give you the rundown, so you're like, oh, okay, so you missed that red flag and I should be wary of this, and then next time I should be, and if it doesn't line up like this, then I can have that understanding already without actually going through it, because I paid attention to how you dropped the ball.
Right.
Yeah, that's big. That'd be great.
You would think, but instead,
stop rapping them old songs. What happened?
I don't think that these people paid for an Invest Fest at all. I think they paid for a concert.
Well, you know, somebody made a post and they were talking about, you paid this money because you wanted to be in a room with certain people. You wanted to be around certain people and be able to kind of like socialize with certain individuals and say, I was here, I did this, I did that, instead of actually looking to learn and gain a certain level of information and knowledge.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope it was worth it. Straight up. But the meet and greet, I'm triggered by that.
It's how much for the meet and greet?
You had to pay, was it
$5,000?
Was it 5? I thought it was the 18.
No. 18, you're not meeting nobody, bruh.
Wow.
18, you just get to sit close to the stage on Friday.
You get to get closer to the bullshit.
Friday.
Only on Friday.
Not all weekend. On Friday. Right? And then they said you get VIP seating for the main stage on Saturday and Sunday. But now they also said that for the 5,000 and the 13. So it's almost like there was tiers of VIP seating for Saturday and Sunday. So if you paid 13 on Saturday and Sunday, you up front. If you paid 13,000, if you paid 1,800 on Saturday and Sunday, you in VIP, but you at the back of the VIP sitting right in front of general admission.
So wait a minute,
so you might as well should have got a motherfucking general admission. Get your ass there early.
It makes sense.
I want to be on the other side.
It does make sense though, because the 1,800, right? That's the V, right? The 5,000 is the I, and the 13,000 is the P. So if you want all three letters, you got to pay the 13,000.
Sheesh.
See, we wasn't paying attention.
I guess not. Shit. Is that what the periods between the letters mean? I thought it was an abbreviation.
Yeah, no, that's a stopping point. That's where that's jurisdiction. What you doing in here, bro? You know what I'm saying? That's why if they look at their tickets, the people that pay 18, they probably just say a big V on it, and then they say IP very little. You know what I mean? You gotta get all capital letters, and then you good in there. That meet,
not for 13.
But that meet and greet is crazy, because I would think that if I'm somebody that's really that starstruck, I'm gonna want to meet Diddy and Steve Harvey before I meet the host of
13,000, bro. That's a 4-cylinder vehicle. I'm what?
It's a good Tesla down payment.
You said 18,000 or 1,800?
1,800.
1,800. Yeah, I said the 13,000. 13,000 was.
Yeah, if you talk about 18,000, you talking about Beyonce tickets.
So 13 racks for the VR
for everything.
Yeah.
For everything. Yeah. Right?
You know what's crazy is that's your ticket to get in. That's not like, you know how when you pay a large lump sum, you get that's including the hotel and the rental.
No breakfast.
Nah, you didn't say nothing about food.
Nah, they said honey roasted cashews,
lifetime VIP
grapes.
access. They said food and bev is included, but they didn't say what type of food and bev.
Yeah.
Hold on, nigga.
They didn't say what type of food and beverage.
Nah, fuck that.
They had a charcuterie board right in the center.
About to make me mad.
With hella mini bottled water.
Make me mad, my nigga. Nigga said bev when I paid 18,000, nigga.
Nah, not 18.
Nah, nigga, 13. I pay 18,000. I want the
1,800.
Whole, say beverage.
1,800.
So, no, wait. Because with the 1,800, it says Friday night VIP event, which includes musical performance, fireside chats, open bar, food,
Bev is
and
a pre-poured drink.
March. Special merch.
Bev is a pre-poured drink, my nigga.
5,000. It says VIP Platinum Skybox access where food and beverage
so you can get a Skybox.
Yeah, with the 5,000. And then if you pay the 13,000, you get access to all of that and lifetime VIP access.
It's a charcuterie board up there.
Yeah, some sausage smokies. Charcuterie. You get charcuterie. You get sausage smokies.
It's a charcuterie board, man.
And a bowl of Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, the bowl of they got the little individual bowls. You got to pick it up.
Yeah.
It's 5 in them, and then you got to keep going.
Yeah, you got to keep going back. It's like endless shrimp.
So where the drinks at? The water coolers in the corner.
Hey, look, I buy cheeses. I got kids. I know 10 of them make up about 1 box of cheese.
and we making financial decisions. So save your cup if you're going back for more water. We're not just giving out cups.
Make sure you use your cup out your gift bag to refill your drinks.
That's if you got the special merch. If you didn't, then
I would like to know if there's anybody listening to this that paid. I want to know what the special merch was in your merch bag.
A nigga got a lanyard, got a sticker, a t-shirt, and like a couple of like pamphlets and shit.
Oh yeah,
I was there, and they got Earning Leisure Crew on the front.
And one of them little sticky magnet things.
Yeah, put on your refrigerator and a bumper sticker.
And InvestFest bumper sticker. InvestFest bumper sticker.
I was there. I was at InvestFest 2023 bumper sticker.
No. I invested in InvestFest.
No. InvestFest alumni.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. InvestFest alumni.
You paid too, huh?
Yeah.
But look, it's hella niggas with InvestFest bumper stickers, and they pulling up with all kind of different cars and shit.
Yeah.
You could tell who really
paid.
Yeah.
That's when you get out at the same time and be like, I see you, bruh. Oh, you got the gold bumper sticker.
Yeah, that's the
You got the gold bumper sticker. Hey, my man paid the $13,000. Look, he got the gold bumper sticker.
13 is platinum, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we can't disrespect.
Yeah.
And then the top one is black. That's the one. The 18,000. That's black.
1,800.
No, but what's the?
No, that's the highest. The highest is 13.
13,000. That's
the people that paid the 1,800. I think they got like a bronze bumper
and then
sticker.
they got like one of them little Jose Cuervo tequila little things you get at the liquor store.
Yeah.
You see all the wine drinkers and shit. I got one of them in the bag too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the 1,800 one.
And they had Cuervo pass them out.
That was Darian Cooper. You guys, that was not me, Harold Williams.
So, this shouldn't take too long. Dr. Umar and Sukihanna, man. Was that good? Was that a good idea or a bad idea? Because he said...
What's the extent of this relationship?
It's not... I don't know if it's a real relationship, but I know how they got connected. Because they were... He's been blaming us brothers. We've talked about this for the behavior of the sisters, right? And I don't know. I think Sukihanna had made a comment about him that she wanted to throw it at him, and somebody asked him in an interview about it, and he said, I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon.
And no, but he said that he would like to sit down with her and see about her changing her image and the type of music that she's putting out there and things of those nature. So it was
because
more
it couldn't be aligned with somebody
that's been doing stuff like that.
Smut.
And they met and they talked, and she resumed to what she was doing.
Umar is like.
So I just want to know.
His jersey is up there in the Raptors now.
Yeah.
The way he spun that little web of deceit.
Yeah.
It's our fault.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. The pain, the frustration that our sisters go through, that's our fault. We only been here 30-something years, but we did that.
Did that Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Frederick Douglass Baptist?
Yo, you butchered that school.
It's 15 names.
My man named every activist.
That's the name of his Benjamin Banneker, Forrest Gump.
Forrest Whitaker. Where are we? Yo, it is the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy
of Art and Sciences.
Yeah.
And math.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Holy
Hopefully. But he did have a location, and he explained why it took so long. I don't know any students that attend there.
Okay.
But I do know that he did show the location. He did say it's been vandalized a couple times and show some videos of that.
Yo, him and your man Jay Morrison.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there, but we pretty much covered it. In my opinion, I don't think that was a good move with Umar and the whole sukihanna thing. I think you got to stay in your own business.
You know, Umar don't care about his image like that.
Yeah, of course he does.
Come on, man.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't he care? Why would you say something like? Why do you think he doesn't care about his image?
Umar got the same haircut my son had when he was 7 years old.
That's a haircut, man. You can't say he don't care about his image. Okay, fine. Maybe he don't care about his image, but he does care about his reputation, right? No,
I'm just
don't think so.
Shit. Nah, he
don't think so.
He does it.
No, I think bro wildin'. I think he wildin'.
I was really following Umar for a minute.
Yeah, because he knows how to captivate people and be like, yo, I'm really with this.
Like back in the early 2010s.
That's what I'm saying. That's when I first learned about it.
He started wilding.
Yeah.
Out.
Maybe because maybe the powers at be were holding him back, and that is a mental stress on him to where he snapped and he started going different directions. I do agree with some things he says, but it just don't add up when he say those things.
Yeah, that's...
You know what I'm saying? It just don't add up. And
different.
The reason why we're having this conversation is because, once again, this is the challenge we have as a culture, because
contradictions.
Yeah, we have contradictions, but from where I'm standing, it's like there are people that genuinely want to see something happen, and they don't either have the finances or the popularity. And the people that have the finances or the popularity or both get in that position and do either nothing with it or hurt the culture more or add to the stigma.
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's
most so far right now. Our batting average is horrible.
Yeah, most add to the stigma.
You know what I'm saying? We have a horrible,
do a lot of good.
And it's messed up because I have to say we to a certain degree because I'm in the culture, but I didn't contribute to that BS that has been perpetuated.
It's hard to fuck with like Kendrick, J. Cole, and them, but
no, it's not.
No, what I'm saying.
Yeah, where are you going? No, I listen to both.
It's hard to like them, and then hear some shit like Sexy Red, and that one time it just hit hard. And you're like, damn, that shit kind of hard.
So basically, your interpretation is it's hard to be about this, but then at the same time, you're kind of interested in the ignorance.
Yeah,
I get that
because it's all part of our culture. So there are things that like we want to walk a fine. I think it's very difficult to walk that fine line. As you can see, they get your boy Martin was out here wilding.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
So what do you think? You think that once you get an image of who you are, then it does damage to you overall once you have a label because you have to make all of your decisions based off your image?
Yes.
But you create your own image to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
So if you to a certain degree, you create your own image.
To a certain degree.
So with that being said, if you get labeled behind an image that you created, it shouldn't be no issue to stay in your own lane.
Okay, so
but what if that is part of his lane? Like, what if he sometimes some people just ride in one lane that every time they get on the freeway they stay in that same lane. Some niggas just like sometimes I'm trying to go fast.
But that's the thing about it. Like, if you create an image, then it's associated with a specific lane because of the image. So okay, you see what I'm saying?
It's like when I see motherfuckers driving a Mustang and he going slow as fuck. I get irritated. Like, why are you going slow?
You see somebody in the Charger, right? Yes. You're like, bro, why are you going?
Why are you going slow?
Because like that's not, you didn't get the car for that.
Some old motherfucker over there.
You didn't get the car for that, right?
Yeah.
You didn't get the car to just cruise and go the speed limit, right? Yeah. So if you create a certain image for yourself, then it shouldn't be an issue for you to stay in your lane. Sure. The issues come when you do things that are contradictory to your lane, right? So with that being said, with everything that Dr. Umar has talked about and how he has painted this picture, for him to be doing anything other than trying to mentor sukihanna from a distance, right? He shouldn't even be that close. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they did meet. And then after they meet, what does she do? Next thing you know, she pops up in a video dancing in a bikini, doing whatever she wants. So, I mean, like, is she is she even taking him serious, or was it
Of course not.
So it was a publicity stunt for her at his expense,
It was
right?
a publicity stunt for both of them.
For sure.
Okay, so then why was it a publicity stunt for him?
Because you got to understand the controversy behind how Dr. Umar talks about black women versus how men hold black women accountable. And so when they're arguing with men that hold black, when a lot of sisters argue with men that hold black women accountable, like Kevin Samuels, one of the first things they want to do is give Dr. Umar an example of how you should be dealing with the sisters. But really, he's pandering.
Yeah, because really, that was a pander to his black women audience. But ultimately, the person who it does the most damage to is going to be him. It's never going to damage her as much because her image is like at this bar, and for her to be with anybody that's above that bar, regardless of whom it is going to just make her look better either way.
So
you
that
can't break her
one
down
meeting or those two pictures or whatever it was create two different stories depending on which side we're talking about.
Yeah.
See, if you're looking at Sukihanna, like maybe she's trying to do better, maybe she's trying to align herself with somebody.
Right.
Or,
who can
ooh,
help
look,
her,
she
and then
fucking with him.
Dr. Umar, you're like, why would he even like give her an audience with how she operates and the things she talks about and the things she do is so for Dr. Umar, it's like his stock goes down while hers goes up, right?
Yeah.
To who?
Her audience. His audience.
I would
Because
say
hers
I would say his stock goes down with the men but goes up with women, because you have to look at the argument that here's the quiet argument that everybody has.
So
A lot of people say
That's crazy.
no matter how a woman acts or what a woman does, you still treat her with a certain level of respect. So here you have Umar taking her in, right? Trying to work with her, showing everybody, no matter what she does, this is still my sister, and I'm gonna do all this for her, despite what image she's created, what negativity she may put out, what ignorance she may perpetuate. I'm still gonna put her on the pedestal regardless, and y'all need to do the same too. And there's a lot of women that are gonna agree with that, because a lot of women love Umar. He predominantly targets the female audience as far as in the changes that need to happen in our culture. You can tell because when he sat down with those guys from Daily Wrap-Up Crew and said that it's men's fault that women operate the way that our women operate the way that they do. I mean, what else do you need? What else do you need? So his stock will go up as far as in women. Now for the fellas, yeah, we sitting back like, yeah, all right, bruh, we see what's going on.
I didn't care either way.
he was at the
care
Panda
either way.
Express drive-through menu.
I was just like, more shenanigans.
Yeah, exactly.
More shenanigans.
It's definitely more shenanigans, and it ain't a good look to me personally. I'm like, whatever, dog. You you like it, I hate it. Jay Morrison versus the Tulsa investments investors.
Tulsa Real Estate.
Well, I was saying the investors.
The investors of Tulsa.
Yeah, the investors of Tulsa, because it seems like there's been some crazy. I can't even say allegations because they just look like straight facts.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of facts. But before we get into the facts, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and get to the facts, Jelani.
Before we get into them, just want a background because I can't assume everybody knows.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You see
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
So Jay Morrison, Jay Morrison. We're gonna give his real name, Jermaine. Like, never mind. He's the CEO and the CFO of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. The Tulsa Real Estate Fund is a $50 million regulation A+ Tier 2 real estate crowd fund that finances urban development around the world, but primarily in the U.S. And Jay Morrison is supposed to be like a real estate developer, celebrity realtor, author, TV personality, entrepreneur, and social activist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what the
I didn't know he was
information
a
said
social
when I looked
activist.
him up. Right?
Yeah, he marched with my son and them one time.
One time. Yeah.
I seen a picture of it.
Both of those. Go ahead.
But that's just some background,
Him and
right?
Candace Owens and my son.
That's some background on it. So like we can get into the facts.
Okay, what are the facts? Or your fact, your facts, your notes that you that stood out.
Bro,
to you.
wildin'. That's the fact. Like,
Yeah.
like, all right. So basically, the real estate fund, it's on the verge of bankruptcy.
Yes.
There's over 15 1,000 investors.
Right.
The Facebook group closed on January of 2022.
January 2022, so nobody can talk.
As of June 30th, 2022, the fund had 1.48 million in cash, down from the original 11 million.
Mm-hmm.
The 11 million, from a real estate standpoint, is only worth 3.29 million. Now that's 70% less, or 7.8 million less, right?
Yeah.
We move forward to August, where we're at now, 2023. The fund likely has less than 500,000 left.
That's crazy.
The fund only has 4.2 in real estate assets.
So what he's
which
saying,
is only 39% of the original 11 million.
So how many investors is it?
Over 15,000.
15,000 investors.
And the one who came up with all the information, he was the top investor, I think.
Yeah, he started out with, he's the highest investor, $40,000 he invested into it.
That's wild.
And it was interesting because I remember, and I forgot this happened until I seen videos about it. But when he first invested, Jay Morrison was like, "Yeah, man, my brother right here, King, this, he, highest investor, and this, that, and the third, and what made you believe, and all this other, and everything was peachy, right?" And then when this same brother that invested into the fund started calling certain things out and wasn't getting answers and decided to go public, which I'm not a huge fan of taking private things public, but this isn't a private matter. This is affecting the public, right? And he decided to put it out there, and then now, from what he said, he was blocked by Jay Morrison. Jay Morrison blocks people that calls him out, by the way, because I've heard several people say that he was blocked. They were blocked. And then the other thing is, Jay Morrison did a video in response and said, "Yeah, you used to be my brother, and this, that, and the other." I'm like, man, what's next? A diss track? Because
how is he getting away with this?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
He's finessing is how.
Yeah.
No, but what? So, Jermaine Morrison, he said that the SEC, which is Securities and Exchange Commission, and the DOJ, Department of Justice, investigated the fund in the first 6 months and had no findings.
Yeah, in the first 6 months.
Yeah, everything he did was
after the
he misappropriated funds after the investigation and violating his fiduciary duty to the investors by buying a personal residence matched through anonymous LLCs.
And then would he transfer them to himself, right?
And then refinancing his own investment properties and having certain fees and penalties forgiven.
Mm-hmm. So basically his LLCs agreed to forgive him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's doing all this with funding from the Tulsa Real Estate Fund.
Yeah.
So hold on, you can forgive.
The investors.
That's a legal term?
Yeah. I mean, you hear it all the time. Like a lot of the college students, they got debt forgiveness and stuff. So sometimes businesses will forgive. Kind of like how they get forgiven.
When you try to forgive somebody, when you playing Monopoly, and you like, "Hey man, want to give me two?"
Can you forgive?
But it's the other person sitting right there, like they gotta cross your hotels and pay, and you just letting another motherfucker. You just forgiving niggas.
I'm gonna forgive you, Jelani, but Poe, you gotta pay.
It's like, that's
whatever oranges or tomatoes you got, pay up.
Some sick shit.
Yeah,
in the herbs.
Yeah, yeah. So his multiple LLCs forgave him. I mean, there was
background dealings.
Oh yeah. Things that you see in the Wall Street. What it sounds like is he studied our counterparts' decisions and tried to perfect the illegal and mismanagement things that were going on.
Go do that to them.
But he stuck his hand too deep in the pockets.
A sucker for doing that to us. Go do that to them.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he's reporting $1 million losses for the fund, and it's like, oh.
Well, then there's also the other thing that I feel bad that I'm keep forgetting the brother's name that was providing all the documents.
I did not get his info.
But he another thing that he said was he wanted, because there's supposed to be a public meeting, not a town hall meeting, which should have been just a investors meeting on the 5th, And so he made a list of demands of everything that needs to be available for the investors. And so one of the things he brought up that I thought was interesting is he wanted to see what the staff was getting paid that was working for the fund, because he had seen in some documents where he was paying some consultation fees, and that was to his wife's business. So we want to know how much that is. You see what I'm saying? So the fund, it's like all the money that all the investors are putting in, they're funding it, and then
he's funneling
it. You know what I mean? He's used all these LLCs, all these businesses him and his wife have. You know, okay, well, I'm gonna pay my wife the consultation fee, $500,000. I'm just throwing a number out there, right. $500,000 to consult with us on what we should be doing with the rest of the money.
So he's taking the investor's money and saying that his wife is going to consult.
That's just one. That's just one of the expenses. Yeah.
The wife is doing the consultation, so he's paying.
You're paying inside your house, you know. And then there was another scenario where they were talking about how the fund had a certain amount of acreage, but in fact, it's next to the land that he owns. And the fund actually has less acreage than what he owns, because he posted a Instagram photo holding his daughter, saying, you know, when your daughter's backyard is 25 acres, and apparently it was reported that the acres that the fund owned was 30, so that would mean he has 25 acres and the fund only has 5 acres, and they're right next to each other. So yeah.
And then you say what the general marketing administrative line items were not itemized.
Yeah.
And that's 1.4 million spent, and it grew over 53%. So it's just like there's a lot of question marks. There's a lot of questions, a lot of question marks, a lot of discrepancies in where the money is being allocated, what's being itemized, and what's being left out, and how these losses are coming into play.
Yeah.
While he still continues to be gaining financial growth and leverage and acreage, and you know what I'm saying, all these different things is wild.
And
Jay Morrison, you a piece of shit, my nigga.
Yeah. Say it.
That's wild.
You know what's crazy is when I first heard about this fund, I talked to my boy Huss, and I was like, hey man, what do you think about investing into it? And he was like, I don't know, dog. He said, I'm gonna be honest. He said, I want to see what it does in the next amount of years, but one of the things that is a turn off to me is his background, because my boy is one of those people where he looks at who's behind something, so he could be real critical about it. And at first I used to give him pushback, and then it made sense. You know what I mean? And it wasn't about that debate. It's just, for example, I remember having a conversation with him about things like this, like, yo, you know, we need more people to come together. I said, why don't we have these entertainers, you know, for example, like a Ice Cube or a Jay-Z or this, that, and the other. And he was like, listen to what you just said to me. He said, a person named Jay-Z and a person named Ice Cube to come help fix.
Right.
When there's people out there that we don't even know that are way more successful financially, is who we need to get on our side. But those people have their T's crossed and their I's dotted. You know what I mean? And so when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, so I wouldn't want a whole bunch of entertainers on top of this. I wouldn't want somebody that has a sketchy background in finances possibly behind something like this. I want somebody that's been doing it for 15, 20, 30 years, dedicated, has a clean track record. And we have this habit in our culture because the brother that invested into it, he said, you know, I believe in second chances and giving people a chance. And, you know, that's my fault. And that's, you know, so I invested into it thinking it was going to be well, because he's invested in other crowd funds that are still doing well today.
I ain't gonna lie. When I started doing research and I seen CEO and CFO as something that had that big of financial movement, like there's that much money involved, that was a red flag for me.
I mean, red flag for me was the name of the damn company.
Tulsa?
The Tulsa, like, Jay Morrison ain't from Oklahoma. So I'm confused. Why he ain't call it the Baltimore, like the Wire or something, or some shit like that.
The reason why I'm laughing is because that does make sense.
My nigga, he is not from Oklahoma.
Right. That does make sense, and it's actually clever when you think about it, because it's like I'm gonna entice the people because we all know the history of Tulsa. Why would we not want to see that again? But it's like, I'm not. But me being from Sac, I'm not gonna call something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The rebuild of Black New York. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
Really? You can call our shit the resurgence of the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah.
That don't even make sense.
Downtown Sac, find us there every third Saturday. Let's do it.
That's wild.
Yo, this is one of those things where, again, like the pattern of like when you talk about like the Jay Morrisons, when you talk about the Umars, the Earn Your Leisure, there's probably some people that really have good intentions. And there's some people that probably have really good ideas, but this is like a highlight of like, yo, when you hear the conversation of like why we are having a hard time, we know that, there are things systematically. We know that, you could probably work a job and you are the GOAT at your job, but you keep getting passed up for obvious reasons. But there's just as big as problems in our culture that's just with us that we have to be more firm about. And I do believe that a lot of the people that invested into this did it blindly. They did not read the fine print. Yeah. This is a good reason why we should allocate money for attorneys, even if those attorneys are just reading the contract back to you in a language that you can understand. Because then we won't find ourselves in this position. And I know that sucks because attorneys are not cheap. But maybe we need to get more people in school to be attorneys so we understand, just like what we're voting for. If you've ever voted, sometimes they word it in a way where you vote for something that you don't want to vote for.
You know what?
Yes on no on 8.
It's crazy because like
strategic.
Before I even get into that, like the contract part and investing, like you said, background work. Yeah. Figuring out who these individuals are who are in those chairman seats, who are higher up, their backgrounds, like what.
Do your homework.
Man, because how did they get into this position? Right?
Yeah.
What knowledge do they have? What background do they have? How long have they been dealing with investing, financing? Have they had any hiccups, right? Is there any red tape, red flags?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
what have you accomplished prior?
Your portfolio to put you in this position for me to be comfortable with giving you my hard-earned money that we're investing, right?
Right.
And I need to see a return like every 6 months to a year. And not so much a return on my investment, but I mean like I need to see proof of progress.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like I need to know that things are moving in the right direction and things are going according to plan because it sounds like this went left and it's been going left for like 2 years and now all of a sudden it's like, yo, we went from 11 million to 3. We got to do something. What happened when it dropped down about 2 or 3 mil, right? Yeah. When you went from 11 to 8.
Right.
There should have been some issues.
Right.
That's a lot of money just to be like, go missing. Like, we're still working it out. Nah, it sounds like it's not working at all.
One of the reasons why I'm trying to hold back my laugh is because there are certain things that just let you know, like, here we go again, black folks, just some black shit we keep doing. A Facebook group, man. We're going to shut down the Facebook
My guy
group.
said, I'm turning comments off. So,
do you really think Fidelity, BlackRock, who owns damn near everything in this country,
E-Trade,
you think they got a Facebook group?
I'm gonna look right now.
Look, we went down. We're down 50%. We're down some points. What we need you guys to do, even though we're $1 billion company, we need you to go to the Facebook group right now.
Check the Facebook page. That's what it's going to be.
And it's like, that right there is that's a red flag within itself. I got to go to Facebook. I got to get on the Facebook group.
There being a Facebook page is the red flag.
Instead of an actual website where you can log in with the username.
Yeah, this is E-Trade. They have a Facebook page. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But look, it looks like E-Trade's page.
Yeah,
Go to
it don't
go
look like
to the Tulsa.
It don't look like a group. It's a page.
It ain't no group, man.
It's not a group.
That's what I'm saying. The group
Tulsa,
is like there's a moderator. And
ain't no Tulsa. They shut it down, man.
Somebody has to approve your comments.
Yeah,
the administrator.
Nah, you're not saying that. I will remove this member. He getting feisty.
Oh, man, he putting all these. Hey, where he get these documents from? Hey, block him.
That is
calls up.
Those are red flags for me.
Yeah,
the fact that there is a Facebook group that is just
most funds and things like that. You have a username where you can log into an actual website and app, and then you get all the information. And when you're really successful, you even have like a chat bot, or you have staff that's responding to chats Monday through Friday. At certain times Eastern, Pacific
Standard Time.
Yeah, Standard Time. And so I'm like,
Yep.
But we got a Facebook group.
Yep.
That got shut down, by the way.
Yeah.
Not by Facebook.
Nah, I got shut down when things start getting shady. It was like, yo, I'm finna move this 10 million.
All of it. Now look, somebody typing it all of a sudden. That
Page no longer
comments
found.
thing is like,
what do you mean? Maybe I typed it wrong.
Refresh the page.
Maybe they went to IG. Let me go check the IG.
That is insane.
They on TikTok now. Let me go check there.
He making it rain.
Yeah, I found y'all.
That's crazy.
That was probably him at the Invest Fest making it rain. You think?
Nah, I don't think he outside.
He can't show his face. He's very distinctive. You can tell him from a mile away.
Yeah,
Jay Morrison?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a frog.
It's crazy though, because like now, and see, that's what I'm saying. So now that it's at its worst, right?
Yeah.
The investors want to fund and cease operations, liquidate all assets, and return to investors 20% of the initial investment before it's 0%.
Do you want to know some red flags that I seen? I just wasn't sure if they are red flags because of how it was presented. A few, and I actually witnessed this myself, like in real time. A couple years ago, I was on Clubhouse, and they were talking about the Tulsa crowd fund. And Jay Morris's wife was in the room going back and forth with some people. And I think at the time she was pregnant. And she was going back and forth with somebody. And then Tony, the closer, came into the room and was talking reckless. He was talking, I'm going to be real, like he was talking real reckless to the wife. But he was talking reckless like he was hot. And it was because he had invested some money with Jay Morrison about... it wasn't even really just the crowdfund. I think it was like an event that he was putting on and never got his bread back.
I don't know. Tony the closer if he make one more investment that goes back and he gets on there and he start talking about an investment he made with a celebrity that went bad, I'ma sue him. Just about the third or fourth celebrity.
Yeah. And you know what? And we already talked about this, but I'm gonna bring it up again. I do not understand when you are dealing with thousands of dollars that you are investing into something. The thing that I feel like, just my opinion, my belief, when people get online because they got their money took, I feel like it was a handshake instead of a contract. Because if you have a contract, I'm not worried at all. If we have a contract and you don't fulfill that contract, I am not turning my phone on and just, how many of y'all in the room? Yeah, right. Let's get started.
Let's get the likes up.
Let's get the likes up.
Share this.
Yeah, share this, man.
Hit the bell so you get the notifications.
Yeah, be smooth. We getting that bread, man.
You hear me?
You feel me?
Yo, we not gonna start until we get 1,500 likes, y'all.
Yo, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna call my lawyer and I'm just gonna say it didn't happen. What do we need to do next? And I'm going to get my money. So to all of the black entertainers, to all of the black people, affluent, if you got money, I don't know how somebody, when I'm talking about myself right now, has to tell you, who probably got less money than you, to go get a lawyer and make sure there's a contract, make sure you do it in front of a notary, and do your business like that. I mean, if you want to emulate our counterpart so much, Well, that's what they do. They get contracts. That's why none of them are getting online. Like we be getting online looking ignorant.
Looking crazy.
Sign the contract. Get a lawyer. It's that simple. And as far as the Tulsa crowdfund, we got to educate ourselves better. Like financial literacy is so important, man. It really
Why
is
name
important.
Tony the closer? Like he ain't been closing. I'm just, you know what? Never mind.
Hey, you finna burn your garden, man.
Never mind.
Close that.
Nah, because man.
Yeah, we leaving. We leaving. I'm not even. Nope. Yo,
I'm flabbergasted.
Yo, man, get your lawyers, man. Read your books. Read the contracts. Yo, before you buy these $30,000 tickets, man, to these water park parties, make sure you read the fine print and find out what you are getting. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments. Leave your information. If Jay Morrison has taken money from you, leave something in the comment section, please. Okay. All right. This your boy Dizzy D Spill. You've been tuning into the Notion Podcast here with my co-host
Farmer Poe.
You already know what to do. Leave likes, turn the notifications on, subscribe, and tune in. Until next time, peace.
And so,
yo, my guy put up in silk powder blue pajamas, bro. Like, Prada shoes.